Yes, yes, yes. Yes,
Check,
yes, yes.
check.
Monroe. This bitch cannot wait to depart. And
It looks like she's pretty comfortable.
It looks that way, but she will not stay this way.
She will not.
She will not. I feel like we should get it started before she up and change her mind, the finicky bitch. Monroe, anything you want to say before we start this one? I like that. Did you hear it?
Yes.
Yes, airheaded just like your fucking mother. All right, baby.
I was like, am I the asshole for not wanting to be on my parents' podcast?
That's actually really funny. Welcome to Soft Launch, episode 14.
Yes, and we got a special guest in the house.
Hell yeah, Monroe's in the building, and I'm trying not to look at her because I don't want her to leave as soon as we get started, which she always does, but she's in the building.
She's here today. She's pretending she doesn't want to be in front of the camera. She's like, no, I'm shy.
I'm just shy. Just leave me in the background, I guess.
Looking off into the distance.
But this is the Soft Launch Podcast. I am JC Mendoza.
I am Samantha Santos.
And we are the Softies here giving you our fucking life story and our tastes for the week and things that we're talking about, like watching what we're doing.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? So with that being said, we just want to thank everybody who's been watching the podcast so far. We got a comment on our last episode.
Yeah, hello from Germany.
Germany. If you're from Germany and you're reading this, shout out to you.
What's up? You know, I hate what you did in World War II, but you know what? We like that you like this podcast.
Hey, I think your work in World War II, misunderstood. Kidding. That's crazy. How are you going to start an episode off like that way? But it's all right. But yeah, man, we've been feeling the love. We also want to plug up front. We are having a Soft Launch comedy show this weekend.
Yes, Saturday, 5 p.m. at the Stand.
August
our live
26th.
Our live podcast show. So we do questions and different things with the audience as the show is going on. It's so much fun. And we have a stacked up lineup. So you guys are going to have a great time. You should come through, eat at the Stand, get some drinks at the Stand. Yes. It'll be a good night and it's early.
One more time, August 26th, 5 p.m. upstairs at the Stand. Saturday, promo code Monroe,
yes.
For discounted tickets. And yeah, the link for all of that's going to be right in our bio. Hit us up. We'll make sure that we, situate you correctly. We'll shout you out. We'll do whatever we can if you buy tickets to that show. You let us know that you buy tickets and we'll fucking
slide in our DMs.
And we'll slide up in your heart and soul with our love. All right, so come out to that Soft Launch comedy show. And with that being said, I feel like we should just start and get into our first segment. One thing about we. And one thing about me, this is my last week with health insurance.
It is, and nobody knows that.
Yeah, and nobody at my job knows
that. Yeah,
nobody who actually needs that information knows that. School, I have to report back to my job on Tuesday.
Yeah,
and it is now Sunday, and I got the new job that I'm in right now, the last day of school. Mm-hmm. Like I got it. So I've known I haven't been going back to school for the entire summer.
Yeah. And it's like you also, this woman that you live with wrote you a letter of resignation that you just didn't send.
I'm just quite nervous. I don't want them to hate me, but honestly, man, I'm definitely quitting. And it's funny because my job, they're starting to send the emails now. And my department head hit me and was like, hey, the principal wants to know if you want to do a little comedy show at our new staff orientation. And that was Friday.
Go to orientation.
Fuck that. That's Tuesday. I don't want to go. I don't want to do that.
Yeah, I know.
I don't want to do that. So I think, so what happened is I didn't realize how quickly September was coming. And then I went back and I was like, oh shit, our report date's on Tuesday. So I scheduled 3 doctor's appointments in fucking 2 days. I saw an optometrist. I saw a PCP. I saw a fucking dentist.
Yeah.
And I got an appointment with the gynecologist tomorrow. Just because fuck it, why not? Gonna learn some things about some stuff that I'm really interested in. You know what I'm saying? Just because I don't know when I'll get this opportunity.
Yeah, I feel that. Just go for me because I don't have it.
Yeah, I just want to, oh shit, yeah.
Yeah.
I'll just bring the gynecologist pictures of your pussy. Dude, first of all, high five. Look at this thing. Every day I get to do it. I mean, every day I have the opportunity, or every day
and he doesn't take it.
Not every single day because, I get tired. I'm not just a man of a million nuts. Sometimes I need that battery recharged.
Yeah, sometimes.
Most times, every time.
Yeah.
Every time I need at least, 24 hours to charge that thing back up. I'm not the young man that I used to be. I'm 31 now.
You're like our camera that keeps dying during the podcast.
I got a couple minutes left, baby. You gotta wipe this memory card. But I'm going to go to the gynecologist, you know, holla at them. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, man, I'm not going back to work. That's a 100%. I
think you've been saying that on the podcast forever. So everybody knows you're not going back to work and everyone's going to be like,
but it's not real yet. Yeah, because I haven't sent that letter of resignation. One of my coworkers invited me to like a birthday party.
Oh, no.
And I just haven't responded. You know, I'm feeling overwhelmed. I feel bad that I'm going to quit. But the thing that gives me peace and joy is that, you know, the job wasn't my calling, and
of course
the kids are horrible, just bad people. Like I really feel good to leave them shorthanded before another important. No, they're cool, and they'll listen to this one day. And you guys are cool kids. You just know I fucking hate teaching you guys. I would love to. If it wasn't creepy for a man to hang out with middle schoolers, like recreationally, without like not even creepily, if that wasn't a creepy thing, I would love to chill with them.
Oh, well, that was like the one time we saw one of your students on the train.
Yeah, Destin,
and he came and like gave you a pound, and his dad's like, "Who the fuck is that?" Yeah, like, a grown ass man giving my son a pound.
I know, man, and he was a problem kid. He was freaking hilarious.
He said he was so funny. He got kicked out. No,
he got kicked out for bringing a knife to school.
Well,
but it was
hysterical.
The way that he said it, he was like, "Hey, yeah, I bought a knife." Like, as I was like, "Destin, where you been, man?" He's like, "Yo,
I got that thing on me."
Monroe has had enough. Thank you so much, Monroe.
She doesn't like violence.
You have no place to go. Oh, damn, she's
like, you talking about knives? I don't like it.
Yeah, but so yeah, I saw Destin, funny kid, just a little troubled, you know what I'm saying? But he was hilarious. Destin, if you're listening to this, fucking come.
Destin or Dustin?
Destin.
Like okay.
Like Destiny, but
with a boy.
You know, we've had an at length conversation about the great names of the youth of this great nation. It's hilarious.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm not going back, and I'm going to tell my job tomorrow. So this time next week on the next podcast, episode 15, I will be a teacher no longer.
That's crazy.
That is my big one. I feel great too, honestly.
Good for you, because your hours were awful.
Hours are awful.
And they were better since you moved in with me, because you don't have to wake up as early. But what a trash ass. And then he's like, "I'm doing it because the hours are good." I'm like, "I think you're working more than most people."
Yeah, it's awful. I'm working like 8 hours, 9.
9. I think it was 9 and a half.
It's like 7:30 to 3:30. That's pretty trash, man.
Or sometimes 4.
Yeah. Sometimes 4:30, honestly, on Wednesdays. But I say that to say, you know what I'm saying? Like, I feel good. I feel light. I feel much better about my employment situation. And honestly, you know, that job, I got it through my ex. So it was kind of like...
I've been dying for you to get out of it.
I know. I've been dying to get out of it, too.
I know. That's how you said it. I know. Yeah, it's about time.
It is about time, because I'm sure, like, it's got to be hilarious for her. Like, if she still knows that I'm working at the job that she helped get me, she's like, "This fucking bum ass motherfucker still doing the same ass shit." But nah, son, I'm out of there. I'm on to a new job for less money. You know what I'm saying? No insurance. I'm doing way better now. Fuck out of here. I really do feel great though. And I feel like this job is much better.
It's great, and you're getting and one thing about you're getting hit up for a bunch of different opportunities. Yes, man. So don't talk about it, but don't talk about it on the pod. But
I won't.
Big things coming.
Yes, hope so.
Yeah, I'm happy for you. I'm excited for you. I feel like you have to let. I'm a big believer in like letting go of things from your past. The only way you can move forward in your future. I felt that way about a bunch of different things in my life. So I feel like you're about to you're on the brink of something big.
Have you ever had a situation like that for yourself, where you've been like at a job or in a situation that a former partner helped you get into?
I was like a real estate agent uptown. It was called Absolute Properties, and I worked with my ex. And then when he did his thing and cheated on me, I was still working.
When he did his thing. When he put that thing down.
Yeah, and he went on
and
Craigslist.
Broke my heart.
Yeah, went on Craigslist for a job and got a blowjob. Yeah. I was like still working with him, and you know we were like partners in it, and I was like, I'm just gonna go.
That's
and then
a fucking nightmare.
Hit up my friend Crystal, and I was like, I need another job. She worked with me there, and she was like, I told her, I was like, I'm looking for a job, and she was like, I think I heard something, and like sent me a listing. It was Gail's information. Hit up Gail on a Friday. She called me on Monday, and I had an interview on Wednesday. Got the job by like Friday.
That's nuts. How long were you working with your ex after the fact?
After he cheated on me, I found out he cheated on me in July, and I worked with him until January.
I cannot.
Yeah.
Imagine.
Yeah.
I can't imagine.
Yeah.
But were you like?
But we were together.
Yeah, I know, because you didn't tell anybody.
No, I didn't tell anybody. But we were together. No, we were together until like December or November, and then I was like, I gotta get the fuck out of here and start like fresh. And it was the best thing, because once I started fresh, I was like, oh, good, I can just never talk to him again.
Yeah, that's crazy. I could never. How was working with him after that? Like, were you able to separate business and fucking your actual life? That was had to be crumbling
every time. Yeah, and then he would be like, "Wear your ring," because I wouldn't wear the ring, and I would be like, "I don't want to," and then I would, and then like you know, like we would show apartments like younger girls like, oh my God, you're engaged.
Jesus.
He'd be like, yeah, I'm the guy. And I would be like, yeah, do you guys want to fuck him? Because I'll fuck you for sure.
Jesus Christ.
It was awful. Just young shit. You know what I'm saying?
That's crazy though. That's insane.
Yeah.
I couldn't even be the same group in like my fucking senior year high school math class with the girl that I was on and off with.
Well, you're insane.
I'm not insane. I think I'm mature in that way.
No, you are. But you also like,
You're insane to peacefully work with and wear the engagement ring of the person who is actively cheating on you. That's insane. Don't come for me.
He said he didn't cheat. No.
Well, he said
he didn't mean anything to him.
He said sorry. He said he loved me.
Yeah. No, I know it's insane, but I didn't know what to do. I was young and I didn't know what to do, and nobody knew. I didn't tell anybody, so I wasn't getting any like advice because I was acting like everything was cool.
That's so crazy. That's the craziest part. Not the craziest part. Obviously, your whole past story is crazy, but the craziest part.
Obviously, you're insane.
Yeah, the craziest part to me that I can't fathom is you not telling anybody.
Yeah, well, I'm crazy.
That's insane. As like, dog, the day, the night, the minute, maybe within 15 minutes of my ex breaking up with me, I was texting I was texting Jay and Rollin.
Good for you.
Immediately.
That's great.
I was like, bro, I think I just got dumped. They were like, hey, get the fuck out of there.
Yeah.
It was the night of the hurricane. Remember the hurricane in New York? Jesus Christ.
I know.
So I wanted to leave. I didn't want to fucking die.
JC always tells me I couldn't leave because I didn't want to die. And I'm like, listen, I was single at the time and there was a fella that came to visit me in the hurricane from Queens.
That's crazy.
So,
well, that just lets you know the guys thirst for...
Just let you know how good this pussy is. You know what I'm saying?
Motherfuckers traversing through hurricanes to get that wet. Go get your car wet to get your dick wet. You heard?
It was a train. He couldn't afford a car.
Damn, son. Yeah. Nah, man. The fucking... That just lets you know how much... more excited and willing to put their life on the line guys are for pussy over their mental health. Because I needed to get the fuck out of that.
Yeah, men prioritize the wrong things.
Oh my God, bro. Because I wanted to kill myself, but I didn't want to die. You know what I'm saying? I wanted to be dead, but I didn't want to end my life.
Yeah.
It was so fucking terrible. It was the worst.
Yeah, no. I didn't tell anybody. It happened in July. I didn't tell David until December.
Shit, that's crazy. I couldn't wait to tell everybody.
No, I felt like it was a reflection of me, you know?
Yeah.
Felt like, oh my God, I was so embarrassed.
Yeah. No, I feel that. For me, I felt like I wanted to be so transparent right away with my close people because I knew what I was experiencing at the moment. Not was unacceptable, but I was like, oh, this is something that I don't ever want to come back from. Like, I don't want to, like, hearing, like, getting broken up with. I was like, I don't ever want to be with you again. Like, I don't want time to pass and me feel okay about this. So I want to tell everybody because this is not okay. Like, what you're saying is not okay. So I told all my friends not to dig myself a hole because even at that time, like I was like entertaining the fact of maybe getting with her one day, but like I was like, nah, it's gonna be real. So I'm gonna have to deal with the full repercussions of like this is a moment and everybody needs to know about it.
Yeah, I guess for me, I was like that, but also I know that life is not so black and white. So I was like, you know, if I want to get back with him, I didn't want to tell people what he did because it was disgusting.
Yeah, no, I feel you.
So I was like, for those who don't know, my ex went on Craigslist to cheat on me and we were engaged and he did it the day of our engagement party.
Oh my God, I forgot about that.
Yeah.
Damn, so just to let you guys in, my ex is a visionary. He fucking revolutionized the cheating game. First guy to ever do it on Craigslist.
Yeah, no longer, it doesn't exist anymore because people were getting sex trafficked on that. And I remember like, it was like Amy Schumer was a part of like shutting that down. And I saw her do a stand up and she talked about like getting that part of Craigslist shut down. And I was like so tempted. It was like years later to text him and be like, I'm sorry for your loss.
That's so funny.
But I didn't.
Would you have ended up hype if he got sex trafficked?
No, I don't want him to die.
No. He wouldn't die. He would just be like a sex slave in like the
one thing about him, he'd probably love it. What do you mean?
Eastern Europe.
He would love it.
Jerking off old dudes.
He thinks he's like God's gift to women that he'd be like, yeah, I'm going to help these women out.
What was his rap name?
No.
Say it.
No.
Say it. I'll blur it out. Just say it. I just want to hear it. Just say it. Say his rap name. I'll blur it out.
Royale.
What a fucking loser, dude. Sorry, I'm not even that guy to Dirty Man. That's a fucking horrible. That shit is hard, dude. I wish that was my fucking comedy name, dude. I'm trying to be on your team, but he's a really fucking cool guy.
Yeah, what a lyricist.
What a lyricist. What a visionary. And great taste in women. I have to say. He checks all my boxes. He does.
He ticks all my boxes.
He ticks all my boxes, yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, man.
But yeah, didn't tell anybody, you know me. But no, I just didn't want people to think, think badly of him. And then he was my brother's friend. And like my brother was like, he's going to break your heart. And then he did.
Yeah.
So then I was like, I can't,
That's crazy.
It was nuts. It was a crazy time. Anyway, it doesn't matter. But yeah, I didn't tell anybody. But I left that job because of him. And then it was such I literally felt a weight off of my shoulders. And then it was like everything started happening for me. Then I got this apartment.
Hell yeah.
And I remember like when I was applying for this apartment, he was like, we should apply together. I was like, no. And this is before, I think it was before I knew they cheated on me. Happening. But I was like, no, I think we should apply separately because it's a better chance. And thank God, because I got
his name would have been on this apartment. Shit, man.
No, he would have tried to move with me. Yeah. And then I got it. And it was literally like I got Broad Street on February. I started working there like February 3rd, let's say, or February 4th, something like that. It was like the first week of February. And then I got a letter for this apartment like 2 weeks later.
Shit, man. Everything happens for a reason.
Yeah.
And then fast forward a couple years after that, I was blowing your back out on this very couch. And that is how we got here today. And that otherwise we wouldn't have fans in Germany.
Yes. So the crazy story. But okay, and then my one thing about me.
All right, go ahead.
Is that we've been watching Love Island.
Oh yeah.
And it's triggering me.
Yeah, that's it's really cool.
No, it's making me, it's fucking up our relationship. Yeah. Because like we'll be watching it and then I'll be like, pause it.
Yeah. Because one thing about us, there's cracks in this already. And all it takes is a couple of hot British people.
I'm watching this show and I'm like getting upset.
Yeah, man.
Like
it's crazy because this happened like 4 years ago too. This is
it's pre-pandemic, which is like what it was. Yeah. Anything that happened before the pandemic, it doesn't even matter at this point. And I'm watching this and I'm getting so mad at you.
Yeah. It's
like
bad.
I had a dream last night and then I woke up and I was mad at you.
I couldn't sleep well last night either.
Yeah.
Love Island was fucking me up.
It fucked me up. Yeah. And I'm not, yesterday I'm like, turn this, I was so mad. And then I'm mad at the guy in the show, but I'm mad at you.
Yeah. Because you know what you got to stop doing? And I've told you this off camera. You got to stop seeing your favorite people on Love Island and putting me onto them.
I'm like, oh my God,
he's so hot. He looks just like you. No, he doesn't. That's a black man. That's a black man, short hair, great smiles, yeah, but like he's super tatted, you know what I'm saying? Oh my God, he's so sweet, just like you. No, he's better, okay? He's better with words. I
haven't seen anybody who looked like you.
No, I know.
But I do, but anytime like a guy has like got sense, I'm like, oh my God, he's just like you. And then the guy ends up like being a fucking fuckboy later, and then I'm like, oh.
And I'm like, yo, man, shut the fuck up, man. I'm trying to fuck you over here, Holmes. I'm trying to fucking be a scumbag.
I love that you become Mexican now.
Shut the fuck up, man.
So the guy that I thought was like the best is being the worst.
Yeah, he is. He's really not though. But we'll talk about it later. Michael. Oh, Curtis? You talking about Curtis?
No,
I'm
talking about Michael. And I'm upset. So I literally couldn't sleep last night because I was just like, if this motherfucker.
Yeah.
I'm not talking about Michael. I'm talking about you.
Uh-huh.
If you ever. Yeah. Talk good shit in my ear and then go, and then the minute that I'm gone,
I know,
you change your fucking tune, I'll kill you. And your whole family.
Yes.
Everyone will be dead. There'll be I'm sorry to your dad that's watching this, but you will die if your son acts crazy.
Who do you kill first?
You.
Me first? Then why not just let the rest of my family live at that point?
Because they made you this way.
Somebody has to pay. No, that's funny. But yeah, it's every time. Tonight.
His whole family leaves the villa.
The villa of life. They die. And 6 new members come in.
They just come in bathing suits and your family's dead.
Shit, that's very funny.
Yeah, no, it's just so this show, I'm just like, every time we watch them, I'm like, oh, so would you do that? And he's like, what?
Samantha watches reality TV the way I watch horror movies. I'm like, I get scared because it's real life. Yeah. And I can't, like, it affects my day-to-day actual life. That's how Samantha watches reality TV.
Yeah, I can't. It's upsetting me so, I'm so upset.
Yeah. It is. It's an ugly game, but we'll talk about it later.
We will. But I just wanted everyone to know that I'm mad at JC for nothing that he's done.
Yeah. So all my Love Island fans, in like about 30 minutes, stay to the end. We'll get into season 5. That's what we're watching. All right. But yeah, one thing about Samantha, she gets way too into reality TV.
I get really invested, and then it does really fuck me up.
Yeah.
So I'm upset,
and I have to remind her constantly that, hey, I didn't do anything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll just look at you while the show's on. What do you think about what's going on? What do you think about what he's doing? Would you do that?
God forbid I have an objective opinion that's not based in our situation.
Well, yeah. So that this guy's being an ass, and then he's like, well, she's horrible. I'm like, oh.
Is she? What the fuck does she do that I don't do? Because she is me and that is you. And if they don't work out, I'm going to fucking kill you.
We break up. Yeah. So that's kind of how I've been.
It's a filthy game, bruv. But yeah, it's the game we play.
It is.
And then I feel like that's going to do it for our one thing about we. I feel great. I feel like I'm having so much fun with you already.
I am.
And just another reminder, come to the soft launch show this Saturday. We haven't sold as many tickets as we need to sell.
But we will.
Come August 26th, 5 p.m. at the stand.
Yes.
Saturday, come to the show, soft launch, promo code Monroe. All right, next segment. We're going to skip our ISO boom.
Because I don't really care about anything that's going on.
I don't know either, man.
Yeah.
I don't know what's going on in the world, but we do like knowing what's going on in the internet. And that's what brings us to our next segment, our favorite segment.
That's what they saying.
Where we find a couple of popular posts from our favorite Reddit threads, read them with you guys, and
our favorite Reddit threads. And I just learned how to use Reddit today.
She's like, how do you? I was like, I don't know, baby. Let me finish setting up this camera. Yeah. And then we'll go.
All right, so we want to do Am I the Asshole first?
Let's do the Am I the Asshole first and then end with some relationship advice.
All right.
Oh, we forgot the time.
So I'm going to, I know, I realize that. I'm going to kind of, because we just feel like they're too long.
Yeah.
So this one's actually not that long, so I'm gonna just read through it quickly. Am I the asshole for flying first class while the rest of my family is flying economy?
Absolutely not.
I am a male 38, my wife 39, and my 3 kids are currently on vacation.
His wife and kids?
Yeah.
That's wild.
Basically, I'm part of the loyalty club with the airline we're traveling with, and that means that there's lots of cool perks with lounge points, foods, etc. And I also rack up a lot of points, which is also a nice side.
He's wildin'.
Yes. Given I don't want to dish out 10 grand on a flight ticket, we are traveling economy. However, about 25 minutes before boarding began, they called my tier of loyalty club. Turns out they have a couple vacant first class seats that they can upgrade loyalty to, and it would cost $500. This is a pretty good deal given it's a long flight. It's a long overnight flight.
Oh, he's wildin'.
Yeah, I can't.
My man went to Casa Amor on the plane. He wildin'. He's like, yo, my family, my wife and kids.
My wife and kids. He goes, but luckily I could also use some points, so I only paid about $150.
Damn, that's a good deal,
for what is massively better flight experience. They issued the ticket and everything. When I told my wife, she was very unhappy. She controlled it for the sake of being in the airport, my kind of bitch. But I could tell. She said it was very bad that I didn't ask her first, and it'd be too hard to manage 3 kids. Under 10.
Under 10?
And one is an infant by herself.
That's crazy.
I went back to the desk to see if I could change back, and they said it's not possible.
Damn.
We've landed now, and my wife refuses to talk to me and says we need a serious discussion. First, I want to say I love that he's in a taxi from the airport to wherever they're going, and he's just writing on Reddit, am I the asshole?
Bro, he can't even go to his group chat because they're going to be like, son.
Yo.
I respect you, but you're wildin'.
And he's like, wow, what a good deal. Didn't even talk to his wife.
To be fair, that's a phenomenal deal.
Great deal.
A phenomenal deal. But 3 kids, dude, under 10? That man is...
One is an infant?
That's like a mistake.
Overnight?
That's like a mistake that like I would make in like the beginning of our relationship. Like,
yeah, when we weren't official.
Yeah, that's like a I'm just not considering you at all.
Yeah.
You can't do that to your wife and kids, dude. Or you can, but you have to really not give a fuck.
At all. It's crazy.
Yo,
what's funny is this happened in Vanderpump Rules once they were going somewhere and Tom Schwartz got upgraded to first class and he took it and Katie had to sit in the economy and then he showed his text messages to the camera and he just said, rage text. You just see all these texts coming in.
That I could understand the anger from the woman who's been left behind. If it's just them two, I could understand the anger, but I could also understand the guy. It's like, yo, we're on a flight. It'd be nice to be together, but...
Motherfucker, what are you talking about? I almost killed JC.
I would want you to have it.
I would never take it. I almost killed you. There was one time we were sitting and we were just like both... We were both in the aisle seat.
Yeah,
same row, but both in different aisle seats. And I was having a heart attack.
Yeah, you...
I was like, what am I going to sit here? I can't. I was so upset. And then he had to talk to people.
I had to talk to people because, I mean, for those people, it's like them. It's a great deal. You go from either middle or to the aisle. Which one would you rather have?
Yeah. But there's no way. This guy's a dick. I love that the whole process he never thought to ask his wife. The whole time he's like, wow, what a fucking nail.
He knows, but
goes and like he's not like his wife. You're in an airport. Your wife is right here. You could go back and be like, hey, I got upgraded.
He's like, baby, I told you 1,000,000 times to apply for the loyalty program. All right,
yeah.
You don't got TSA pre-check. You don't have clear. I stay in the commoners line for you. Gee, how much do I have to give up?
No, but here's the thing. If he's saying he has like all these, he's like a loyalty thing, and then he said like 3 vacant seats opened up. So like, why not?
They're not going to offer one passenger 4 seats. That's crazy.
Well, it's 4 passengers.
Yeah,
and the infant doesn't count.
Baby, I mean, I don't work for the airline, but if that was, I'm sure everybody would take that deal. But obviously, they're like, yeah, you can have 1 seat for yourself.
Well, then that's like the airport is playing a game show to see. They're fucking doing Love Island. That's literally but do you want to sit in first class or now they're gonna have a terrible vacation?
I understand because the deal was good. And then it was really good. From $500 to $150, that's like a fucking $1,500 value.
Well, yeah, but then you saved all that money. Might as well just pay extra for your wife right now. Because would you rather pay extra for your wife and your kids to sit in first class, or now you're about to have a terrible vacation?
Shit, man,
they're gonna have a terrible vacation. It would
depend how long that flight is. I'm not
overnight with children.
Let me say this for the record. He is absolutely the asshole.
Of course he's am I the asshole, bitch? You didn't have to ask. You just critically think.
He's the asshole, but he's also the bargain hunter. What I do love a deal.
I do love a deal
for his buck.
But this guy would love the promo code Monroe to our show.
Promo code Monroe to fucking leave your family on a flight and get a divorce. Promo code Monroe for a lawyer to help you keep your loyalty program when she takes everything.
Yeah, she's about
in
to
the divorce.
Literally.
Going to your
kids.
Can you
imagine?
Like, hey, you're just not in zone A, little buddy.
Yeah, and here's the thing is that you don't pay for an infant. So like he could be nice and been like, hey, I'll take the baby. And then you have the two other ones.
Yeah, but the baby in first class is just like tacky. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
it's like
you don't want to ruin everybody else's experience.
I don't want to look like, I don't want to look like a scrub.
Yeah, he's like, babe, I care about you, but
my image, dude, I'm in the lounge.
Babe. Yeah, it's like they're rich. It actually reminded me a little bit. It kind of reminded me a little bit of we were coming back from DR. For your friend's wedding, there was like a guy who's like a mutual friend, and he had his pregnant girl with him. And then he, like somebody you guys know, like works at the Delta Lounge, and so he went to the Delta Lounge and got shit-faced drunk.
Yeah.
And then she was like pregnant and just not with him in the lounge. She just stood out there, and he was wasted, and I could tell she was not thrilled.
But hey, man, sometimes life gives you lemons, and there's only enough for one cup of lemonade. Sometimes you got to drink in the lap of luxury while your pregnant wife is in squalor.
That is, I would literally kill you.
That is a bad person, but it is a feminist to be like, I believe that you can do all of this on your own because you're a strong, independent woman.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
I dare you.
One thing about me, I will never be accepted into any loyalty program on any flight. I am at the bottom of the barrel. I board after the luggage, dude.
We take connecting flights to Miami.
To Florida. Yeah, man. Is he the asshole? He's the asshole, but it's,
absolutely.
I get it, though. I get it.
Yeah.
And nobody, everybody always wants to talk about, the husband was an asshole, but what was the wife wearing when he left her back there? Maybe he didn't want to be associated. Maybe the kids are assholes. We don't know those kids.
I'm sure they're under 10. I'm sure they're assholes.
They're fucking horrible.
But,
like, you
are the asshole, and you are also going to get a divorce.
But I will say, if the wife did that, everybody be like, yeah, sis, go on, queen, independent, first class.
Not if she did it by herself, but if he was like, oh, babe, you deserve it, I could, and one thing about a woman, I'm 100% just going to be like, well, give me one of the kids. This guy got a good deal, didn't even turn around to look at his wife while she was busy probably breastfeeding and the two other kids are running around. And he was like, what a deal. Came back, he probably was hyped to tell her.
Yeah.
He probably got a drink at the bar, came back, and he's like, babe.
This is the kind of guy I need in my circle. I'm not going to lie. So
I hate this kind of guy.
If this guy is reading, if you're listening to this, come to soft launch. All right, I got a first class seat for you, buddy, right in the front row.
That is, I can't even believe that people like that exist.
He's an asshole, but that's hilarious.
It is. Okay, now.
Do you think they're still together?
They're definitely together, but they had a terrible time.
He how long do you think that doghouse stay is for him?
The entire vacation, and then he better do the right thing on the way back.
Yeah. What's the right thing on the way back?
Get the fam into first class.
That's so crazy. 3 kids. That's insane.
Or the entire vacation, he has to be the one. Yeah. He better learn how to breastfeed.
Yeah. He better learn the native language of the country that they're going to.
Yeah, because he's not coming back.
Oh my God. That's funny.
It is. Okay. There is another one. Oh, you sent it to me. There's one. So we were trying to read them separately, JC and I.
The relationship advice.
The relationship advice ones. We were trying to read them separately. And then I was like, oh, I found a good one. He was like, me too. And then I was like, I feel like it's the same one. And then I was like, he's like, read the title. And it was. So
yes, same exact one. So we collabed on bringing you guys this one.
Yeah.
This is a good one.
And it's nice and short. So I'll read it. Okay. My wife, 32, is a member in a sex forum. How can I, male 32, confront her with this? Recently, one of my best friends sent me a link to a well-known sex forum post. Well, is there a well-known one?
A well-known sex forum? I don't know.
I didn't even know what a forum was until I read this.
A forum, I think it's like a thread. It's like a Reddit thread. People are it's like a community of people that like talk about the same things all the time.
All right. So recently, one of my best friends sent me a link to to a well-known sex forum post. It was a female showing off nude selfies. It wouldn't be a problem if it wasn't my wife of 7 years. She didn't show any face, but the blurry tattoo position, the body shape, and our fucking house is crystal clear. My friend also recognized the tattoo too. That's why he sent me to ask me if I were doing this or it got leaked. I went to check the account and it was made a year ago. She only made 2 posts, both showing herself. I made a fake account there to send her a friend request to see more detail, but so far 1 week and she did not add me back. So I don't know if she's talking to other men or cheating on me. The forum is where people seek to cheat. I didn't read the rest of this.
Yeah, dude.
The forum is where people seek to cheat or share sexual content. That's why I don't understand why she's on there. How can I confront her when there is so little that I know? I want to wait till I know more or got some more evidence, but I can't even look at her knowing that she's out there showing off to some other guys.
Jesus
Motherfucker, stop looking for anything else. You got it all right there.
Yeah.
That's enough.
First of all, the guys that she's talking to on that forum are 100% Sam's ex from Craigslist. Same people. All right. Number 2, I find it really funny that the most angry he was in that whole message was that he saw the house.
The house is my fucking house.
One thing about this guy, he is homosexual. Because he's like, bitch, I hate that fucking wallpaper. And you want to post it on the internet? You insist. It's fucking tacky.
You insisted on that bedspread.
What's the floor type? The
parquet.
You wanted to get I wanted the parquet floors. You wanted this fucking gaudy marble.
And he's like, oh, not a white refrigerator.
Ghetto. He's more embarrassed that his decor. Right? His decor is out there and not his fucking wife.
Yo, it's insane. I also love that his friend had no shame to be like, hey, I'm on this sex forum thing. I'm also trying to find some puss.
Hey, that's also not my business. You know what I'm saying? But I think he's a good friend to bring it to his man.
Yeah,
this is your wife, dude.
Tough.
That's a tough call to make. You'd have to make it. But for that
I wouldn't do it.
Well, that's marriage over for sure. Regardless of, like, you got to just bring it up. I think that's how you know these are white people. Because me, if I see that, I'm going to just bring it to you. Like, what the fuck is this? And then,
really? I feel like, I mean...
If you're on a sex forum?
I was about to give him like advice that I would never use.
Go for it.
No. I was gonna say like you have all the evidence. You don't need to look for more. But one thing about me, I would do because I'm an investigator. Yeah. So now I'm gonna be like, oh, so you're on this. I'm sure you're on other things. So now I'm gonna find everything, and then I'm gonna just act happy and in love, and then I'm like, oh, what's this? And it's just gonna be a pile of shit.
Yeah. I don't,
because everyone's first instinct, because it's so rare that someone's doing something like that and then you bring it to them and they're going to be like, here's the truth. They're going to try to lie. So it's like, before you can do that to me, I want to have all of the proof.
Yeah, that makes sense.
So now you have nothing to say. So now you're going to look at me in my eye and tell me the truth. What the fuck are you doing? So but I was also going to tell him, don't do all that because you already have the proof. But,
Yeah. If I'm him, this is what I'm doing. I am starting another account. Just like her account, just like one letter off. So I'm like I'm going to catfish that account, but I'm going to post more stuff.
Well, one thing about her, she won't accept him because she looked at his profile. She's like, what a loser.
No, I'm saying I'm making a profile as her.
Oh.
So, and I'm posting more. I'm posting the stuff that she posted, and I'm posting some of our stuff. You know what I'm saying? And then, yeah. I don't know I don't know what I'm going to catfish as her and fuck her life up. I think somehow. I don't know.
Yo, his wife was 7 years.
Yeah, it's over. It's definitely over. That's such a big deal.
What do you do?
Because she would probably just be like, "Oh, it's for me. It's like for validation."
Well, no, but it's not. It's a cheating way. It's a cheating for him. Yeah,
but she would say she wasn't cheating. She's just posting pictures because it's like a fantasy of hers, and she was embarrassed to admit it and all of that. That's what she's gonna say. So he's really in a fucking. He's got to tell his friend to go fuck her. That's what he's got to do. He's got to tell his friend, "Yo, hit her up on the phone."
I know. So I remember
we got a same girl, this bitch. We got a Usher R. Kelly same girl, this bitch.
That is so... I cannot imagine. Yo, people are crazy.
Yeah, I'd be furious. I'd be fuming.
Because I know she's going to be like, it's not a big deal. I just need it. She is going to do that. She's going to do the whole thing. Like, it's something I need to do for me.
Yeah, I hate that. I hate that.
Yeah. And it's just insane. And it's also like when I found him on Craigslist, because I was looking for dick. No, I'm joking. He was just like, it was just, it wasn't real.
What did he say when you confronted him about it? Like, what was his big excuse?
I wasn't going to actually meet with these people. I was just doing it just because.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah. And then I was like, so you were horny and your first thought was like, let me go to Craigslist and talk to random girls instead of texting me?
Yeah.
And then he tried to make it up, and then he was like, oh, you know, like sometimes if you're busy, like you don't pay attention to me if I tell you that I'm horny.
That's crazy.
And I was like, yeah, if I'm busy, like if I lived with my parents, like if I'm sitting watching a movie with my parents, you don't want me to be like, let me see that dick.
You mean at 2 p.m. on a Tuesday?
Yeah, when I'm working.
When I'm out doing a showing for your bum ass so we can get money together? Yeah. When I'm working for you? Huh?
Literally. And then I remember like his friend, since we worked with his friend too, his friend like he told his friend, and then his friend like called me into the office and was just like, listen, this is something that guys do. It's not a big deal. I've been on Craigslist a million times.
Not an HR sit down.
Absolutely. At work. And I remember I was eating a Nutter Butter and like he called me in the office and I thought it was gonna be about work. And then he started doing that. I was like, hey, I have no desire to talk to you about this. And he was like, no, it's just like guys, things that guys do. And I was like,
I would have recorded the. You could have sued them for that. Was he a superior for you?
Yeah.
Like a direct superior?
Yeah, but he was like a friend.
No, you could have sued the company for that. You could have I'll stay right there.
Went with the company, went out of business, so didn't need me to do that. But
that's crazy.
He brought me in. He was like, listen, he's like, you know, my parents have been together for like 50 years, and my mom had to deal with my dad cheating on her. And I was like, I'm glad your mom was able to get over that, but I'm not your mom. Also, your mom, 400 pounds.
Yeah, your mom's a dumb fat bitch. So,
and I was like, that's cool. That's not really like my thing. I'm not trying to do that.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, bro. And then
Didn't your ex try to tell you something about like? Did he ever like cry and try to like?
Yeah. So then it was my favorite thing.
This is my favorite thing too.
It was like a day later, whatever. We were talking. And we were like, I'm just like, I was cold as ice, and I was just like, I don't really care what you have to say. And then he's like, I just have a relationship with my dad. And I was just like, what the fuck are you talking about? He's like, why does your dad love you and my dad doesn't love me? And I was like, I don't know what this has to do with you trying to get your dick sucked on Craigslist.
That's what this is. Every other miscellaneous pussy I go into, I'm just looking for dad.
One thing about that is there's been so many dudes. Because I told you, you're the only guy I've dated that's had a dad.
Yeah?
Yeah. So every guy I've dated.
Dad, if you're watching this podcast, go and send yourself. Let's send a crown, King. Send a crown, Dad.
No, send the dad. Does it have like a dad with two kids or some shit?
No, we're going to send a crown. Send us a crown when you see this, Dad. You did a good job.
Yeah.
All right, the way Tara and Gabby turned out, that's not your fault. Not your fault.
But yeah, but so many guys have done that. Like anytime you catch them doing something like, but I don't have a relationship with my dad. It's like, okay, what the fuck does that do with me?
Yeah, I'm not. You're my dad. You're my daddy. What the fuck are we talking about? How is this my fault?
Yeah, it was crazy, but I wonder if she's gonna do the same thing. This chick is she's gonna just be like, it's not even that serious. I just 100%. Wanted to like show guys my naked body, and her face isn't in it, so she's gonna be like, it's just something that I know. I could just know.
She's I can't. I'm mad for the guy already. Honestly, I think even without explanation, it's gonna be hard to leave her, but it's Warren's leaving. For sure. Warren's leaving for sure. It's like, you don't trust me at all? Like, no, I don't trust you no more. You
100%.
Yeah, fuck that. And especially if they don't got no kids, get the fuck out of there, bro. Find you somebody that respects you.
Even if they do have kids, man, that's not okay.
No, but it's going to be easier.
It's easier to leave if you don't have kids. But that is insanity. I love that he's like, you see her blurry tattoo. She doesn't have her face. It's also on her body, but our fucking house. Yeah. He knew it was their house.
I fucking
You could tell he paid for that house. Yeah. And he's pissed. He's like, not in the house.
Everybody's talking about the fucking tattoo. Nobody's talking about the awning.
No one's talking about the way I put the sheetrock on that wall.
Nobody's talking about the exposed brick that raises the property value like tenfold. Nobody's talking about that. All they're talking about is your fucking puss.
That I can't even imagine. I would kill you.
Yeah, if it was me and it was just like dick pics up on the internet, like me just leaking my own dick pics. And what if I was leaking my dick pics and they were bombing on the forum?
That's so embarrassing.
I would
create a page and then hype them up and then attack you about it because I can't go down like that. I'm like, well, I want to say.
What a fucking dad.
Oh my God.
I love uncircumcised dad.
No, I couldn't. One thing about me, I consider cheating if you like a bitch's picture. You know what I mean?
I feel that, man. I feel that.
Not really.
We'll give it an Irish goodbye.
One time, do you remember this? JC was trying to show me, because it was once TikTok made, like, you can look back at, like, your, like, or whatever. Maybe you always could do that. I don't know what it was. But he was trying to show me, like, a dog or something. Yeah. And he's going back. And then it was just some
bitch with big-ass titties dancing.
Yeah, dancing, and he had liked it. And I was like, what the? And then he tried to scroll past it, and I just took my finger, and I went down. I opened it.
And I was like, I'm sorry.
He's like, I'm embarrassed.
I was embarrassed, because this is one thing to watch it, but to like it, that's weird. And I can admit that now. And that's not because
That was like the first thing I did because we were not even official. We hadn't even had the conversation yet. No. And we were sitting on the couch. It was like 2 a.m. We were just go to the beach in the morning. And he just tried I saw you see it and he just scrolled it so fast. And I was like, no. Let's watch it together.
I mean, I was like, oh shit. Because in my head, right, I'm on TikTok. I'm like, all right, you know what I'm saying? Titties. Sure. You know what I'm saying? Titties are cool. If I like these titties, maybe more titties will show themselves. You know what I'm saying? And I could see now. Why do I need to see that? You know what I'm saying? But at the time I was like, oh, titties are great. Why not? Why no titties in the algorithm? You know what I'm saying? That's always been my thing. Ain't enough titty in the algorithm. And so yeah, but I could write. It's weird. It's definitely weird. Definitely weird.
JC wanted to die that night.
To kill myself.
Yeah.
Yeah. All I needed at that point was a really hard conversation and a fucking hurricane. Take me right back to square one now. Let's get into our last one.
All right. Okay. I got this one here. Alrighty, just 1 second. Sorry, I'm just Oh, I'm sorry. I'm the wrong thing.
Yep. And this time, just take this moment to also subscribe to the podcast, comment if you're watching on YouTube or Spotify or wherever. Even if it's just a comment saying algorithm, it helps us.
Yeah,
all right?
It does.
Just say any random shit, just letters. You know, whatever you want, just put something in that comment section.
We would really appreciate that. Okay, ready? This one is kind of long, but I'm going to just get through it. So this girl's dating this guy. She said it's the best guy she's ever dated.
How old are they?
They are very young. Okay. 21 years old, him, and she is 19. Okay. She says it's the best relationship she's ever been in.
She's never been
in any. She said, he takes her on dates. They've gone on trips together. They genuinely love each other's company, and she's never met anyone who treats her as good as he does.
So nobody's ever treated her.
However, he told her if she doesn't get her tattoo removed, he will leave her.
Okay, so then he's not that good.
And then he's also requiring her to convert to his religion.
Does it say which religion?
She is Jewish. He is Christian. And he wants her to convert. And he needs her to remove that tattoo. And she's like, I really kind of love it. And at first I thought maybe it was a tattoo of like a boy. And it's just flowers on her shoulder.
Yeah, no.
She said it goes down like her shoulder and he just doesn't like it. And she's like, I don't really want to remove it. What should I do?
Hey, maybe you don't date Adolf Hitler. Maybe don't date a neo-Nazi.
The whole converting thing, if religion is important to you and whatever, I guess.
Yeah, for sure.
And she said that's actually fine. She's like, I don't mind. She's not really practicing.
Yeah.
But she's like, I don't mind that. But the tattoo thing.
Tattoo removal, that's a crazy request. I had this tattoo when you met me.
Yeah.
Shit,
and it's like, I can understand if it's like a guy's name or something like that, but it's a floral piece that goes from her shoulder down her arm.
Does she explain it is it just the fact that it is a tattoo?
He doesn't like tattoos.
Yeah. Well then you don't like me then. I'm not going to fucking get a tattoo removed. Even if you pay for it at that point, it's super manipulative.
Yeah. I cannot.
It's too much.
I cannot imagine.
No guy that's worth having is going to make you do some shit like that.
Not at all. And it's like, it's fine to see a tattoo that you don't like and then be like, nah. That's happened to me. Yeah. There was a guy that I was talking to once and then he had a tattoo on his chest. I went across and said, it is what it is. And I never spoke to him again.
That's really, really funny. It is what it is.
It is what it is. And I was like, why would you tattoo that across your chest?
I mean, bro,
it is what it is.
You know what I'm saying?
You know what I mean? Yeah, and then I also dated a guy who had a misspelled tattoo. So there's that.
What was it?
No regrets. No,
don't be a fool.
It's at this point I can't even remember what it said.
Only God can judge me.
No. It was. Wow, I can't remember it. I can't remember what it was.
Damn.
Holy shit!
Make something up. Make it funny.
It was a Kid Cudi thing.
Kid Cudi, day and night.
No.
The lonely stoner seems to free his mind at night. Is it just
Pursuit of Happiness?
Oh, with the Y, like the movie.
And Pursuit was spelled wrong.
Oh, that's really funny.
Yeah,
I could see you misspelling happiness on purpose.
Oh yeah, because I got the movie.
Yeah, but
no. It was Pursuit, and my favorite part was he got this tattoo. I was already over him. I was already trying to figure out how to break up with this guy, and I was with my parents. It was in their house. I'm with my whole family, and then he texts me. I knew he was getting a tattoo. He texts me. I'm not a tattoo girly, so I don't give a fuck. Like, if you get it, it's great. I don't care. But I'm not like, oh my God, hi, that's so hot. So he's like, I got my tattoo. And then he said, wait, I think it might be misspelled. And then I thought he was joking. So I just like read the text, didn't answer it. And then he sent me a picture of it. And I literally just wrote back like, you're an idiot.
That's funny.
And I was not supportive at all.
How was it spelled? First of all, how do you spell pursuit? Is it Persuit?
he did it per, like PER, and I don't think it's how that.
PUR? Let's check it.
Let's
make sure that we get this right before we.
Yeah, one thing about me, I couldn't really spell it, but
one thing about me, I'm only a teacher. How am I expected to know these things?
Pursuit. Yeah, pursuit is PURSUIT, and
so
he spelled it like per,
pursuit.
like per my last email.
Pursuit.
Like
Like he's speaking on behalf of suit.
Pursuit's last email
of happiness.
Yeah, and so he sent it to me, and then I was like, "What?" I was so not supportive at all. I was like, "You're a fucking idiot."
Yeah.
And then but
that's embarrassing.
Yeah, and then I literally, it was summertime, and then I was like, "You cannot wear a tank top." Not in my presence.
Jesus.
People can't see that.
That's really fucking hard.
Yeah, and then I broke up with him a month later.
Damn, a month still?
1 month.
That's quick for you.
Well, it was 5 years before that I was with him, so I was with him for 5 years.
Oh yeah. That was the straw that broke the camel's back?
Well, a lot, but yeah, I mean, I was like, you're a fucking idiot. Like I didn't think it was funny.
Did he get it fixed?
Who knows? Not while I was with him. I don't know, but he wanted to, but I hope so.
That's funny.
Yeah.
It is what it is. What can you do? It is what it is about
At the end of the day.
At the end of the day going in. You know what I mean? That's a nasty one. But yeah, that girl, pursuit.
But this guy,
suit.
This guy's crazy.
Yeah, he's crazy. And the fact, he's only treating you well so he's like buttering you up to do this.
It's giving like Enough. You ever seen the movie Enough with J-Lo where the guy's like acts like he's the best guy and then he's like the worst dude? Yeah. Yeah. Anyone who's asking you to change anything about yourself or I'm gonna break up with you is insane. Yeah, you know what I mean? It's like if I just told JC right now to stop liking bikini pictures of his friends or I'm gonna break up with you. That would be crazy.
I'm like, I am who I am. And I was liking titties. No, I'm kidding. But because if she does this and she does change her appearance for this guy, what happens when she does something else he doesn't like?
Yeah, he's gonna it's gonna just be like, do this or I'm gonna break up with you, because and the thing is saying how she's told him like, I've never been treated this nicely. So he's like, oh, he's gonna use this as like a thing to hold over your head.
She's also fucking
like, oh, do you like me treating you well? Well, keep do what I say or I'm not. And then
also, you're fucking 19. Let's relax. You're treating me better than I've ever. You've
never been cheated. Oh my god, I know. I knew a girl who got pregnant like 16 years old, and then when I talked to her about it, she's like, my parents were just so strict, so I had to do something. I was like, they were so strict because you were a child. Yeah. My parents were so strict, so I had to go out there. I was like,
you're 14 years old.
Yeah, it seems like your parents were right because you were fucking and going insane. So also, like, she had a miscarriage before she got pregnant.
So probably, for real. To be fair, your parents probably not that strict.
Yeah, that's what
their daughter's getting raw dogged at 14. Finding the time, how strict can your parents be? They were really strict. I don't think you'd have a penis coming inside you.
That's true.
So
that's true.
Maybe you had a little bit more freedom. Maybe you should have been appreciative of what you had. Or maybe you were just born a fucking come hungry, come slut. You know what I'm saying? And that's cool too. There's plenty of those that do well. I've seen them on TikTok dancing in bikinis.
Yeah. Supportive of that community.
Hey, somebody's got to do it. And that person, not me anymore. Never again. Not never. Because it is what it is.
That's so funny.
That's not my pursuit of happiness anymore. It's not who I am. It's not what I do.
That's so funny.
Yeah, and if you guys like that, there's more where that came from on Craigslist. All right, I have a new... It's called In the Eye of the Hurricane. Yeah! I just tied it all together.
I love that.
Yeah, I mean...
but that'll do it for that segment.
Yeah, that'll do it for that segment. That's going to do it for the first part of our pod.
Yes.
Where we, after this, we're going to talk about the shows that we're watching. This week is going to be Love Island. We're going to do an in-depth season 5 Love Island recap. But before that, we're going to do our plugs.
Yes.
So you go first.
You guys can find me at Make Me Laugh Sam on all socials. You can also follow Soft Launch Podcast on Instagram as well. That's where we're going to be posting like all our clips and everything like that. And any like information about the show is going to be posted on that page. So you guys should follow that. And then...
Yes, follow me at Peach Fuzz Poppy on all the socials. Soft Launch Podcast on Instagram. Soft Launch Show August 26th, 5 p.m. Saturday at the Stand. Come through, promo code Monroe. And then the next day we have Brownish at New York Comedy Club, 8 p.m. It's going to be another great show. If you can't catch us on Saturday, make sure to come catch us on Sunday. And then anytime you're in New York City, Friday night, Saturday night, late night, looking for something to do after you left the club or before you go to your after spot, stop by the Stand at midnight. Always on Midnight Fresh. I will be hosting. Samantha will be doing her wonderful comedy as well. And you can catch us there too. So you know what I'm saying? That's pretty much.
And also one thing thing about me. I got passed at New York Comedy Club this week.
Hey, that's right. Yes. Oh, I'm going to press one of these buttons. I hope it's applause. Yes! Shout out to Samantha. We are on this road. We are cooking it up, becoming some of the best comedians in New York and the best comedians that we can be, which is what it's important about. And ladies and gentlemen, also, we have a live link in our bio for you guys to submit questions, because we like to read the Reddit relationship advice, but that's only because you guys aren't engaging with us like that. If you guys submit questions, we would much rather do those for y'all, because those are more fun, they're more personal. We care about y'all more than we care about these people. All right, so go to the link in our bio, submit a question, a confession, or just a fucking thought that you're having, and we'll talk about it on the pod.
Yes, absolutely.
All right, and with that being said, we are going to jump into our Love Island recap. And
Michael, you motherfucker.
So what we're doing, we're in season 5.
You motherfucker.
We're about 26, 27 episodes in. We're like halfway through season 5. This is the first season of Love Island we've ever watched. And it has been a fucking roller coaster ride.
I think I'm done.
I can feel it. I think I'm
done.
I know you're checked out, and I think in a normal circumstance I would leave as well. Because what they just got to Casa Amor. Like the girls are at Casa Amor, so 6 new girls are in the villa with the boys. And none of them, sans Tommy Fury, is handling this.
And I thought he was going to be the weakest link. I thought Tommy Fury was going to go in there and just be like, my head's been turned. No. But no,
my head's done a full
Michael and fucking Curtis,
bro. Curtis, really. Michael is bad.
Curtis is pathetic.
Yes, that's the perfect. Michael's bad. Curtis is pathetic.
If I was Amy, even if he came back to her, I'd be like, I don't want you. You were about to get your head turned for somebody who's not even looking at you.
Curtis is about to throw it away over a person that couldn't care if he lived or died.
Yeah. She doesn't even.
Like, the first thing she did when he told him that, like, I want to get to him, like, I quite fancy you. She went to the girls like, Curtis is a loser, low-key. Like, Curtis,
she's like, I didn't know what to say.
Curtis's whole shit, like, there was maybe one girl, I think the girl Maria came in like, yo, I want to talk to Curtis.
Yeah.
And like, Curtis kind of has been such a lame goofy.
Yeah.
That the girl that came in doesn't even want to talk to him like that. He looks like a real loser.
He looks like a loser. I mean, I do appreciate the fact that he's still like sleeping in his own bed, but it's also because he's no other choice. No one's trying to share a bed with Curtis besides Tommy Fury. So it's pathetic. I'm just like, what are you doing? And it's like, it's sad because it's just like a day that the girls have been gone, and it's like your head's being like out of sight, out of mind, and it's pissing me off.
And it'd be one thing if like, oh, your head's getting turned, whatever, you know, Love Island, it happens. But the girls is at Casa Amor holding it down. Holding it down.
And to be fair, the guys are good looking.
Yeah, they are. Well, Ovi's the hottest.
Ovi's the hottest one, and Anna's doing the right thing.
Wept. I've never seen a man.
Yeah, he's very good looking.
Ovi's the hottest guy I've ever seen in my life.
That's crazy.
Who's hotter?
I don't know. I can't think off the top of my head.
Exactly.
He's really hot.
He's fit.
Yeah.
6'7", fucking ripped, shredded.
Nothing going on
waves.
Up here.
No, we don't know that yet.
It feels that way.
He's very smooth.
No, I like his voice. I like his jawline.
Shit, he's fucking hot as fuck. It's stressful, dude.
He's really hot.
He's like a sculpture.
Yeah. He's so hot, and like, of course, Anna went after him. But then you look at Jordan, and it's like
Jordan's hideous, bro. I'll just say it, man.
No, I know. Well, he is absolutely. He's hideous. His teeth are awful. But he's been
really sweet though.
And then he's like, I actually been missing Anna quite a bit.
Yeah.
That's also because Jordan didn't take to him.
Jordan went to his bed. He just hasn't been like he might actually like Anna.
I think he likes Anna.
He hasn't been on it really.
One thing about Jordan is she's fucking tearing it up in that house because Curtis likes her,
Danny likes her,
and Jordan likes her too. So, but she's only with Danny because Danny and her made out last night.
Yeah. I mean, honestly, Jordan. Danny's he's handsome. He's tall. He's not like he's got a couple weird features.
Something about him.
He's got thin lips.
I think it's that.
Thin lips. But Jordan, I don't see chemistry. She doesn't have chemistry with anybody. Like I think I think she's there playing a game.
I think she is.
You know what I'm saying? Because she's not really like, I don't get that excitement of her talking to anybody. She's got, well, to be fair to her, she's also got the pick of the litter. Everybody's on a date.
She does, yeah.
But who else? Damn, I still can't remember the girl's name.
Anton, good for him.
Oh, finally, Anton
with Belle. Yeah, I think he's gonna still fuck.
Early pick now. I think Anton and Belle are gonna win.
You do?
I do.
I don't know how you win.
You know what? I don't know how you win either. But fans have such a big part, and Anton is like the fan favorite.
Yeah, and I'm happy for him. He's finally. One thing about Anton, he was so deprived of women that when she just scratched his back, he got rock solid.
One thing about Anton, feel you, fam. Scratch my back right now. See if I don't get a boner on this camera. All right.
One thing about me last night is I was watching Michael fucking get his head turned.
Yeah.
And I turned my back to JC.
Yeah. So that's.
I was like, "Are you kidding me?" Because
This is the big one that we've been going through.
Yeah, and the thing is, you know me, I love a good look, right? Like I think like Tommy Fury's very hot,
so handsome.
I think if you had to say, I think on the show it's like we have like one of the hottest white dudes ever is Tommy Fury. He's really good looking.
Yeah, he's super hot.
And like the hottest black guy and
Ovi. Jesus fucking Christ.
But neither of them would be my top pick. I liked Michael because I thought he's
got an aura about him.
He had a thing about him, so I was like,
he's hot.
Yeah, and then he seemed like he had like
a good head on his shoulders.
So I was like, I was all in on Michael, and now I'm upset. That I've been bamboozled.
He wasn't desperate making moves. He took his time. He got to know people.
It is what it is. That's what he said in the first.
Early when Lucy dropped him for Joe. It is what it is. It is what it is. And credit to him. Not even playing the game, just like being like, if I don't find love, I'm cool. But found something with Amber. But now is the part of honesty that we have to talk about. Amber and Michael have had 2 like bumps in their little relationship. And Amber's a fucking nightmare.
She's a nightmare.
She's a nightmare. And we know the age gap. She's like 21. He's like 29.
I think she's 20.
Yeah, she's super young. He's like 28, 29. It's not like he's an old man, the most mature he's ever going to be, but 20 years old is very young.
Yeah, that age gap, 20 years old, you don't know anything.
And it's tough because I think Michael has been nothing but kind, gracious, patient, and, really open towards Amber. And they have built something. But in the 2 instances where Michael was trying to express that he was frustrated or didn't like something, to be fair, I think he might have come in hot when he's expressing himself. But to be fair again, Amber doesn't ever not come in hot. Amber's never putting...
Ever.
She's never putting thought about how she's presenting anything.
That's the problem, is there's no thought on how he's taking it or anything other than like she feels offended that he is upset.
So yeah. So
she's like, and I remember like in one of the first challenges that they did, she said that she thinks that she is like a 10 all around.
Yeah.
And I think she thinks she's right all the time, and that if somebody's like, "Hey, this bothered me," she's like, "Well, you're the problem because I'm perfect."
She'd be a smart ass about shit.
Yeah.
Like, even with that Yewande shit when she was like trying to turn up with Danny, I think Danny handled that really well. Like he was obviously angry and he went a little bit farther than he probably needed to.
No, I think he was perfectly.
But no, he was within his rights to do that. But there was like a part where he was like, I was a little like, she got personal with him, so he got a little personal back, but not too much. But she was being a huge baby about it.
A huge baby about
it. And I get it's your friend, but you've also only known her for 2 weeks. You know what I'm saying? So she was a brat about it, and then Michael let her rock.
Yeah.
Held his tongue, didn't say shit. Like, you can tell that he doesn't co-sign all the shit that she does because he went to Danny's like, hey, I have no problem with you.
Yeah.
Where he's like, yo, you're probably going to give me shit too because Amber's ODing right now. And the 2 instances where he kind of came to Amber like, yo, you're doing too much was when she was yelling at the girls off the balcony at Maura and Elma when they came in. That was crazy. That was crazy. And he was like, yo, childish, come here. Because he was pissed. But maybe he came on a little bit too hot.
No, but he also waited for her at the bottom of the steps because he did want to make her, because he knew Maura fed him and he was like, I don't want Amber to think that was anything. So he waited for her at the bottom of the steps. She passed him. Yeah. And then the thing I hate about that is that she's like, I didn't even see you there. It's like, well, of course you did. Now you're not even admitting that you did something wrong. Just say like, hey, I was pissed and I passed you up.
And I think the other one was super small and dumb. Like she just felt like he wasn't showing her, like she felt like he wasn't showing her enough attention on a random day. And then he came over and she had an attitude and he's like, what's up? Let's talk about it. Why are we? And then
she's like, why are you making a thing of it?
Yeah. And it's like,
you always so upset,
bro. One thing that is like triggering to me, like for real, when I'm expressing something to you that I don't think is right, not you, but like a partner, like, cause this has happened to me. And I say, I don't like this. And you say it's not a big deal, I want to fucking die.
Yeah, I know that is.
It's like, hey, you're not the deal police.
Yeah.
You don't decide what's a deal and what's not a deal. If I'm a little upset about something, guess what? It's a deal.
Yeah.
Because when you're upset about anything, I have to make space for your emotions. Otherwise, I'm an asshole, but otherwise we're not partners here.
Yeah. That's what being in a relationship is. It's like, obviously your intention, unless you're a monster, your intention is never to hurt somebody.
Exactly. Especially
so like when somebody comes to you, it's about sitting back and taking the accountability and being like, hey, I might have done something that I didn't think was a big deal.
Of course.
And then Amber can't do that.
She can't. She becomes like, if Michael's upset, it is a fight. Yeah. And that can't last. Or it can if Michael is willing to eat that for the rest of his life. Yeah, and then
that's what he's saying in this.
And to be fair to Michael, that's been his whole thing when this new girl came in.
Yeah.
I don't believe in the new girl. I'm not saying she's the best, but for Michael to be exploring other options of people who seem a little bit more patient and mature, I'm not confused. It is sad because I really do like them together, but she's been a fucking nightmare every chance she's had the opportunity.
She has been, but I do also in the same breath, I do like to see how happy Amber has like a face.
Yeah.
She kind of has like this face about her.
Yeah.
And then this smile that she has for Michael, it's beautiful to see.
Cracks are open like an egg.
Cracks are open. And it's fun. I understand everything you're saying about Amber. She is a nightmare.
She is.
But my issue is she is going to be blindsided by this. So it's like, it's one thing to have the Casa Amor thing happen and then meet this girl and be like, okay, my head might be a little turned, but like wait for Amber to come back to be like, hey, this girl is somebody that I'm a little interested in, and these are the things. Yeah. It's kind of the same way that Tommy told Molly, like, oh, Maura came in and is showing me all this attention, but you didn't do that for me. Yep. Give her the chance to try. But it's like, you're going to come in, she's going to come back to the villa, and you already made out with this bitch. You shared a bed with this hoe.
Yeah. It's a wrap.
You were up all night chatting.
And I'm going to be real, like.
Are you fucking kidding?
The shit that's sad, not sad, because they do have chemistry and they'll probably go on to kick on. But they talked about, like, you guys didn't cuddle last night. And then she was like, yeah, I didn't want to. Yeah. So, like, she's showing the restraint. Because even though she brings up Amber, she's like, I'm not here to wild out, steal you. But, like, if you're telling me that, like, I'm going to be honest. I'm feeling you. And I think you're feeling me, too. And,
this bitch a pick-me bitch.
She is being because that's the thing. When you're coming into the villa from, like, halfway through the season, you've watched. You know what Amber's weaknesses are. So you can speak against those. But, to be fair, Amber, there are a lot of cracks in that. And I'm just upset. Not upset. I'm disappointed in Michael. He's being a little thirsty.
He's being, like, he wasn't in the beginning.
Yeah, he's being thirsty, but maybe she's really his type. Maybe they go on to really work, but I don't like it. I don't like him making a move on her while Amber's not there. I think it's not as fun to watch, but you gotta do the Tommy Fury route. You gotta be like, all right, I'm gonna get to know you. But I have a decision to make.
But I have a decision to make.
But I think I think he's made his decision. I think Amber's really rubbed him the wrong way. And he said it as soon as he's like, I felt like I haven't been myself. I felt like I've been putting up with things in here that I wouldn't put up with on the outside. I feel like, I can't express myself. I have to bite my tongue.
But that's all new to us. Because he's been saying how happy Amber's been making him. And I feel like we're the same person. He's been saying that. So it's great to feel those things, but have you been fucking lying, bro?
Yeah, no, that's true. That's true. Maybe he has. And I think, what do you think is going to happen when they all come back?
Motherfucker, I don't know. Because I don't know that I'm going to watch.
Yeah, I think he's going to pick Amber still. But is Amber going to be okay with it?
I don't know. But I also don't like this other girl either. I don't know. I don't feel like she's being genuine either.
She's very attractive, though.
She's very attractive. I think Amber's hotter, though.
Amber might be the baddest bitch between the two. Amber's fired. Jordan's fired. Jordan, she's fired too.
Jordan, yeah, she's really, really hot. Yeah, but she doesn't give me the same.
There's no. Well, I haven't seen her have an actual connection with anybody.
Yeah. So I feel like she's just there. But
and she keep. You know what I don't like about her? She's hyped that she's turning Curtis's head. Like you can tell.
She keeps telling everybody. Yeah,
and it's not like because I'm excited because I like him too. No, you're just hyped because you're turning the one guy that everybody thought was super solid.
And
one thing about you, it's not even you. You know what I'm saying? Curtis is just not feeling Amy like that. And I think that's just the harsh reality of the situation. To be fair, and maybe this is mean because we've been a little serious, Amy's fucking disgusting. She's very ugly. Sorry. Amy's sweet, very funny, great banter. She's ugly. And Curtis is low-key handsome, but to be fair to Amy, they work because he's a loser, he's corny, and he's a nerd. So it works, and it works really well. But, I think he's reading the Twitter comments too. Yeah, he's a fucking nightmare. He's reading Twitter comments and be like, yo, I love Curtis. He's gassed.
I don't think they have the internet.
No. But in the challenge, they were like, Curtis is settling for Amy.
Oh,
like they said they were shitting on them.
That's right.
Oh, there's no sexual attraction. And Curtis is the better looking one. And I think he knows it now. And people are gassing him up.
I think he mentioned something about physical attraction, no?
Yeah. But I mean, she's not attractive.
She isn't, but she's great.
She's really sweet.
He obviously had to be attracted to her.
Yeah.
Because he went after her first.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I hate it.
I think this could make them stronger if Curtis doesn't do anything. Because it's like, for Curtis, it's like, I went out there and I can't do better, which is really sad. That's not how you should look at it. But he's fucking 23. Maybe that's what he needs to hear. Maybe he needs himself. I think he's not humble enough right now. I think he thinks he can do better.
Maybe. I don't know. I was shocked.
Yeah.
I was shocked because I thought it was going to be Tommy.
And now it's sad because now we're just seeing Curtis as a man. As the guy that he is, the dude that he was on the outside.
But I do appreciate the fact that he's still not acting on anything. Well, because he doesn't have a choice. But he's not. It's
just words.
It's just words, and he's still sleeping outside. And I love the way he's kind of having
pondering it.
He's having like an internal dialogue with himself. Like, why do I feel this way?
Yeah.
Like something's got to be missing, but what is it? Because I didn't notice anything that was missing.
Yeah.
Like for me, it's okay to have thoughts of that.
Yeah.
But like what Michael's doing is like the total opposite. Like, you're having thoughts of it and you're acting on it without even critically thinking.
Yeah. Or he has critically thought and he's made his decision and we are not okay with it. He could be well fine with it.
When did he have time to critically think?
No, you're right. I'm just saying, like, I don't know about critically think, but he's made a decision.
You know what's bothering me the most is that he's acting like Amber's not a bad bitch in a house with a bunch of dudes.
Yeah, bro.
He hasn't once, like, even Curtis has sat there like, I don't know, she's getting on with somebody else about Amy. And it's like, at no point has Michael been like, I wonder if Amber's like talking to anybody else. It's like he doesn't even care, or it's not even crossed his mind.
Yeah, I think he cares, but I think he's clocked Amber. Amber's not gonna go in and give it up to anybody anywhere. She didn't do it when she got there. She's like,
he was a little nervous about Danny, because remember she went on a date with Danny.
Oh yeah,
and he was a little nervous.
Was he?
Yeah.
Oh shit.
And she was like, no, like it's Michael.
Well, I hope they still work it out, but it's gonna be. I can't see Amber being okay, because Michael, I can't see him keeping this from her. And I can't see her being okay if he tells her about it. You know
She's not. She's going to freak the fuck out. Because also she has this thing about being second choice.
Yeah, I know.
Because a bunch of dudes tried to do that.
I know, obviously, and this is where you have to not put me on that position. Do you think that, is there an avenue for Michael to be like, yo, my head was turned because I didn't feel like I was getting certain assurances from you emotionally. You do a lot of things that don't mix with me. But even though I had a connection with this girl and a physical attraction and I acted on it, seeing you, I know I can't pick anybody but you. But the reason why I felt this way was because you weren't giving. Do you think that there's a space for Michael to do that and for Amber to be receptive to it?
There's a space for Michael to do that. Amber will not be receptive. I don't think we'll be receptive to it because she's too immature.
But like, do you think that's a reasonable request of Michael? I think in the context of
context of the show.
Yeah.
If it were like real life,
real life.
I don't know. I also know people that have been in a situation where someone's there. I've had friends that have dated a guy and he's seeing somebody else and it is like hey, I was with her and I thought I wanted to be with her, but like she's not you.
Yeah.
And I mean, it is life and that happens and it's something that you have to be okay with, like going forward and whatever. So yeah, I think it's a reasonable request because they also have only known each other for like 2 or 3 weeks.
So I think what I think actually is going to happen, I think, obviously Michael's going to kiss his girl. I think he's still going to pick Amber and I think Amber's going to be surprisingly okay to the whole thing. I don't know how that's going to bode with them.
I don't think she's going to be like Molly. Molly was great.
Yeah, Molly was great. But also Tommy was
MVP of the season.
Molly is fucking hysterical.
She's like, I'm seated.
Molly says everything. She looks off into the distance. She doesn't look at anybody in the eye. And she just says everything so matter-of-factly.
Molly reminds me of me because I don't ever look at anybody in the eye. I'm always looking. I love that because when I'm talking to somebody, I'll be looking, what I mean? I'll be looking over here and people will always look because they think I'm looking at something.
Molly's so funny.
Yeah, she's like, because when she knew what I mean? When it said the youngest guy kissed whatever, and then she was like, that's Tommy. And then they won. And she's like, the thing, she's like, I'm seething.
She just says it like, I love how she feels her feelings, but she doesn't let them control her.
Yeah, you can't tell she's seething.
It's really like sneakily, there should be a class taught on how Molly breaks down her own emotions.
It's
because
beautiful.
In real time, she feels it. She makes space for other people to react to her. Yeah. And she is accountable for the negative
Even the way she spoke to Lucy.
Yeah.
After Lucy turned out and was like, hey, yeah,
Lucy,
actually,
that bitch need her fucking face punched in.
I could never be on the show. First of all, we were talking about that if the Casa Amor thing happened, and I first of all, after that game where they knew that Michael kissed somebody.
Samantha's like, I'd walk back.
No, immediately I'd be like, okay, thank you, guys. I'd be like, I'm gonna go to the bathroom, and then I would walk across whatever desert that is that they're in.
You're like, hey.
No, that's what I said. I would be there, like, hey, you, come here. Who the fuck? Yeah, I could not even imagine.
Yeah, bro.
And then it was also like Michael was being thirsty, like he was in all the challenges.
He was doing a little. He wasn't being thirsty. He was being intentional. Thirsty implies that she's not because she's thrown.
No, I'm talking about during the game. Yeah. He was like, "I'll jump in the water, do the 3-way kiss. I'll run to the thing."
He wanted to win the games. That's fun. To be fair, in the context of the challenge, I don't think it's crazy.
Let me tell you something about this.
Go.
I know this is a game show, whatever, but they're all too comfortable with other people kissing their man.
Yeah, but that's the show.
I don't give a flying fuck.
Yeah, I know, but this is your problem. This is you got to stop putting yourself in the show.
I watch the show and I'm like, how are we all just getting on after this? Like, oh, you made out with my man?
You also, these people have known each other for 2 weeks. We've known each other for almost 2 years now. It's not the same, and you have to get that.
I hate it.
You got to get that through your thick skull.
No, there's just no way. Then I get mad at JC because I'll be like, you would be okay with other dudes kissing me. He's like, I wouldn't love it, and I'm like, oh, okay, that's cool. Just good to know.
So fucking dumb. You're like, oh, well, this is the show that we're watching. This is how our life is, and for you to just sit here and be okay with everything that's happening, that's the same as our life.
I'm going through a lot. Michael has really broke my heart.
Michael's really broke my heart. Max got JFL. I don't know who I am. But yeah, Love Island recap. We're loving it. We're halfway through. We're going to be back next week with another 10. And we promise we'll be back on the Bravo recap.
Yes, we'll watch New York today because I need a break.
Absolutely. And I think
that might be it.
That will do it, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you so much for tuning into another episode of Soft Launch.
Thank you, guys.
We love you guys. We feel loved by you. Please remember to like, comment, subscribe, and follow us everywhere. We love you guys and hope to see you Saturday. This Saturday, the 26th Soft Launch Comedy Show, 5 p.m. at the Stand Promo Code Monroe. We love you guys. Bye.